We have heard a lot about J.Lo and Ben Affleck over the course of the last couple of months, and they have been staying in the headlines more so than not lately. While we have heard from a fair amount of sources what is really going on behind the scenes, supposedly after Ben moved out, and then they are trying to sell their dream home, and that J.Lo is moving on and not looking back. Whatever the truth is, what we know is what we have seen from them in her documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told. Lopez also discussed how their love story inspired her. She shared reflecting on her 2004 breakup, which occurred 3 days before their planned wedding. "We're totally different people now," she said. "We're the same and we have the same love, 100%. I'd never fallen out of love with you, I had just put it over here." She talked extensively about Ben and their love story, of course, during the time that they were together. But in it, she did reveal why she and Ben split before the 2004 wedding.
I knew in my heart that I wanted to be with him for the rest of my life. I knew that. But it didn't feel like we were gonna make it. And so it scared me. It was very hard. Then we went and we both found other people and had beautiful children and had other families and even had other relationships after that.
Many people will pick a side, whether they think it's J.Lo's fault or Ben's fault, why they split, for them not being able to work. One thing's for certain is that some sources close to them has said that he has never liked how much she spends. In the documentary, she said, "I don't think he's very comfortable with me doing all this, but he loves me. He knows I'm an artist and he's going to support me in every way he can."
I did really find the beauty and the poetry and the irony in the fact that it's the greatest love story never told. And if you're making a record about it, that seems kind of like telling it.
It's so funny because we collaborate very well together, you know, and nobody knows my story.
Affleck chimes in, adding, "I don't really love being in the making of a documentary about my personal life, which is why I'm relieved that it seems like I might be in this, but not really. I'm worrying for no reason. The movie wasn't about me."
This book is a book that Ben gave me on our first Christmas back together. It is every letter and every email that we wrote to each other from 20 years ago and today. It became like our Bible, and we just left it there in the studio, and people would thumb through it. They're like, "Can we look at it?" I was like, "Look at it."
First off, who does that? This guy gets boyfriend of the year as far as I'm concerned.
When the couple rekindled their romance, Affleck was firm that he didn't want their relationship to become a spotlight again, but realized that it takes compromise. He said, "I had a very firm sense of boundaries initially around the press, while Jen, I don't think objected to it in the way I did. I very much did object to it. Getting back together, I said, listen, one of the things I don't want is a relationship on social media. And honestly, that's hard to do, especially being someone like J.Lo, who is very popular, much more so than he is." While Ben being a writer himself, he and her actually worked on part of this together.
That you want to play younger even in the autobiography.
This is not my autobiographical, this is meta. This is me using some of my story.
Semi-autobiographical. It's your story, but younger.
You're an idiot.
Jen reveals she was nervous to put out the cinematic experience, but Ben, he kept her head up.
But we wanted to turn this around to you guys. What do you think about all this and how she chose to make her love life public? At least some details. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on for more videos just like this. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys!